top. Ladies and gentlemen, stick around. We're heading into a game number 1 for the lower bracket finals. This is Orange Esports versus Team HAQ.
Orange Esports on the blue side, Team HAQ on the red. This is going to be an all or nothing, a qualification to get to Jakarta to participate for M4. And now purple buffs being started on both sides. And as we mentioned before, Stafa, again, the mid lane, there's not going to be much control, so the supports instantly break off and look for some side lane pressure.
Orange Esports having Stormy on that Lilia is going to be very easy up against Man on the Kadita. His clearing going to be much more powerful. And we can see Aim, when he's playing on this Diggy, he does like to babysit that gold lane. So it's going to be up to Team HAQ to make use of his presence up here to perhaps control the other sides of the map.
Are we going to be expecting potential dire hits up on Man as well as Aim rather early based on the roaming items, based on how they tend to lean on it during the regular seasons?
Expected during the 6th minute or so. I think Man still needs his first item to still be relevant, to look for those big one-shots and then start building up the dire hit once Min has activated his own roaming blessing once he's done.
But now looks like Min going to do a little bit of harassment up here in the top lane. They obviously want to focus on the gold laners this matchup very much. Panda, Valence going to be important playmakers for either side.
Now, I've got a question here. Is Team HAQ going to be focusing a little bit more on balance, or is it going to be aim? If you think about it, we've seen teams kind of adapt to the playstyle where they want to focus on the Diggy to try and reduce his stacks a little bit more, or they just use this Diggy as a protection for balance.
Well, it's about the timing, right? Team HAQ want to be able to either punish 2 people, either Stormy or Valence. Valence might be a little bit harder because Orange Esports likes to play around him, so when the timing of aim going up to help the gold laner side, it opens a window of opportunity once Kadita hits level 4 to get on top of Stormy.
Speaking of that level 4 timing, that is when the turtle is going to be coming up and where we can expect to see the first actual interaction between these two teams. They're heavily avoiding one another right now and just going to be competing over the turtle. I'm actually surprised that they wouldn't delay this a little bit longer for their supports to hit that level 4. But with more Team HAQ presence, I think Gary should be able to secure this quite easily.
Yep. The impact of Man alone at level 4 is a lot more significant compared to Stormy. They don't want anybody giving away first blood. Letting a turtle through doesn't really matter because Valence is still winning his lane and he has Weapon Master.
You know, it's great read coming from Team HAQ as well, identifying that Orange Esports doesn't have the tools to actually commit to the fight. They saw aim is pretty much babysitting Valence up top. They know they have the numbers advantage, immediately securing the turtle right under the noses of Orange Esports. So a little bit of a macro plays coming in, but seems like there is going to be a stuffle down bottom.
Yeah, this EXP lane is kind of important right now. Lola, his job is just to hold Neo in lane, while Neo, obviously being on the more aggressive hero, wants to be unlocked to participate in the rest of the map.
I think for the time being here, Team HAQ has to get really creative with the position of Man, and they really want to set in stone that this EXP lane is going to get destroyed. He keeps on rotating down to the bottom side instead of going to top.
But speaking of the top lane, here comes Min. Time Jenny going to be forced out by aim thanks to the aggression from Team HAQ, so they will not find anything. As now Lola, he's trying to bait Neo into a fight. Man waiting in the bush. Not sure if Neo is going to bite the bait though.
This is smart rotations coming from Team HAQ as well. They realize that Diggy is going to be in the top lane. They play the cross match really well. Unfortunately, it's not going to be working out for Neo, but I'm a little bit curious by this emblem pickup once again. We do see a little bit of more tenacity coming from the tank players themselves, but Team HAQ seems like they are going to go for it. What are your thoughts on this, Gideon?
I think Min specifically, going for a concussive blast really isn't going to make much of a difference for Man because Lilia herself naturally is able to clear waves regardless of the attention or the potential trades that could happen in the mid lane. So I think taking tenacity is a little bit better because he wants to make sure that when he does use his ult, he's going to be alive afterwards.
I think it makes a lot of sense as well when he's up against a Diggy because he knows that he's going to bait the time journey out, and as long as he can survive until it expires to potentially use the fatal links, that's going to be much more valuable at this point of the time than the other tank emblems or pull yourself together.
Well, with this turtle going to be up for contestation, you can see Orange Esports, they're already setting up for this play. Team HAQ trying to contest this as well. It seems like they are trying to wait for the timings. Are they going to make a dive? Seems like that's not going to be the case. However, I like the patience being played out from Team HAQ. They're just not taking unnecessary risks as long as the time journey is still available.
I mean, despite the fact that Orange Esports got the turtle, look at what Team HAQ was able to accomplish in that same time. Gold plating, gold shield on the top side has already been destroyed. Bottom side, it's down to about, what, less than 5% at this stage of the game. Team HAQ understand that they don't necessarily need to fight at this point and really can just play the map until they find that opening.
what we can really see from these two. Oh, hold on though. Subway, he might be jumping in, but he knows that Min is going to have Fatal Links. He can't afford to invest too deeply on that. So what we can observe from both these teams is that there's a lot of respect. These players know each other very well. And then, oh, Gary, he's getting constantly disrupted. Will finally escape, but that was annoying.
Yeah, that's really annoying. I'd hate to be in Gary's position there. He could have gotten a little bit more of a steal, but now Stormy might be in some trouble while Min's getting attacked by Balance and Ace.
Yeah, Valens gonna get that kill, but it's first blood. Actually, what is happening right now? Multiple kills happening as Min and Man are instantly picked off by Orange Esports. Now Neo under some duress, but Subway will come to his rescue. He's gonna be able to pick up the kill onto Gary. Iframes don't last long enough to keep him alive. Meanwhile, in the mid lane as well, Panda finding a trade onto Stormy.
What a chain effect, a series of events that, again, I wasn't expecting the first blood coming in from Stormy, but Lola now having a good lead against Neo. He might be in some trouble against Subway, but he shouldn't die.
Yeah, he'll be absolutely fine here. This is an Esmeralda. Not a lot of cooldowns left on Subway to finish him off, but Man gonna force out the time journey. He may have wasted the rough waves a little bit there.
He even committed to the Petrify on top of it all. So, again, Orange Esports very clearly in the lead.
Well, there's just so much stuff was coming from both sides as well. Team HAQ was just caught in the midst of the action, but like we said as well, it's very, very limited win condition from Team HAQ. If they cannot find those sequence, it's just not going to work out. However, they're calling Panda on the mid lane rotation. It seems like they want to group up as 5 to try and contest this third turtle against Orange Esports, knowing that they don't have the time journey up, but it is going to be up very, very soon. Team HAQ, so it looks like they are going to try and bait things out again and zone Orange Esports. But Man on the back line, getting zoned pretty hard by Stormy.
Yep, Stormy doing a lot of damage. Gary gonna secure the turtle. Fatal Link's gonna find one, and it is none other than Subway who gets pulled back in the turtle pit, taken out by Team HAQ. Neo now in a lot of danger. Will he be able to escape? No. Panda gets the kill. Double kill going to the Aerotel as Lola buying so much time, but will finally fall to the torn apart memory. Min now chasing the backline. He knows aim is low, so he's gonna allow that for Gary to dive in, but time journey is back up, so Team HAQ have to make a hasty escape. Man using the rough waves, but not enough to escape from Valens.
Oh, really good call from Team HAQ there. They initially was able to get that initial kill and allowing the sacrifice Lola to get position on the map. Orange Esports have to expand the flicker, specifically Valens, to make sure that Man dies to get a little bit of gold back, but mid lane is basically gone at this point. Bottom tier 1 ends up getting destroyed by Panda himself. So if we're talking about items, look, he's 2 items ahead of Valens, who only has the Blade of Despair.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised by how Valens was able to get a little bit more value. It seems like Orange Esports, they're still funding all their economy onto his Valens once again, while Team HAQ, they're winning in terms of map control to a certain degree. So I'm really surprised by Panda making the decision down mid, but as of yet, he's got 3 very, very important kills that helps him scale a little bit more. But eventually, what's the win condition for both teams right now?
It's going to come down to Panda specifically and a good combination of Min and Man. I think Gary and Lola are all expendable. They're all waiting for this combination to happen. And I think if anything, Lola's biggest play is to start zoning their opponents to create that space.
But speaking of, it looks like Min gonna find that Fatal Links onto Neo, walking into the wrong bush, and Panda doesn't actually quite have enough burst damage. Looks like he's not investing the heavy crossbow, so Neo can flicker away, but not for too long, as Team HAQ will finally catch up to him.
Uh-oh, this is not looking good coming from Orange Esports. He just got his Scarlet Phantom, and I wouldn't be surprised that they want to get a little bit more aggressive coming from Team HAQ. With the Lord coming up, this may not be a major factor, but it is going to give a little bit more map control from Team HAQ if they decide to win it. But Lola is getting zoned far back, so Orange Esports might look to contest this as of yet. They're just waiting for the shuffle, or do they retreat to this?
Yeah, Man, dropping down a very big minefield right now. Stormy, his presence is very effective in just zoning out Team HAQ. And while they do want to contest for the Lord, they recognize that they cannot stay for too long because Gloom has been stacking up pretty heavily.
Well, I mean, Team HAQ, I don't think any plays are going to be made just yet. They want to delay this for as long as possible, and especially if you are in Lola's position where you didn't have the health initially, then fine. Let's look to reset, clear up the side waves, and then maybe look to contest this Lord once again, because Orange Esports overall, they want them to come at them. They want Team HAQ to take the initiative because they have such great counter engagement, and more importantly, a time journey which counters the Fatal Links.
Well, it's all about punishing those mistakes, and Team HAQ, they realize that they can do the same from Orange Esports as long as Panda is left untouched. I guess that's going to be the win condition, but when it comes to catch potential, Orange Esports, I feel like they're trying to play around Subway, making the space and finding opportunities, allowing Valence to go in for those finishes, and I feel like it's very difficult to do so because on the bottom side...
Panda gonna get caught out. He thought he could one-shot Neo, but Valence comes on in to provide backup to his EXP laner. That's gonna be a killing spree. Going over to the Brody, Orange Esports starting to build up some farm, but now Subway may have gone a little bit too far. He's gonna try and dash back, but Team HAQ looks like they're electing not to take this fight. They are afraid right now. Oh, man, he's gonna get the catch onto aim, but Rough Waves, not enough to get the one shot. Team HAQ will retreat from the Lord.
Yeah, with so much commitment now, this is where they give up the Lord here. I think Min, he's going to get vision to pretend to slow them down, but really, they're Orange Esports, they have all the information that they need. I think immensely, coming back to that very first play, the fact that Valence didn't show himself and allow Neo to purposefully walk up to Panda, giving him a false sense of security because Stormy had already showed his face down by the mid lane. The same goes for Diggy, and Subway doesn't really threaten him.
But now Neo diving in real deep. They want to zone Team HAQ completely off of this tier 1 so they can take it easily for free. Orange Esports now in control over the map. The Lord can be pushing down bottom lane in their favor.
Well, with that one small mistake down for this Panda, he thought he could actually get a little bit more value after he got the Scarlet Phantom. The power spike seems good, but based on the damage ranking of that, Valence was able to just out DPS him. He just has a little bit more mobility in the earlier stage of the game. So I feel like Team HAQ, they might be in a situation where they have to play around Valence a little bit longer. Panda a little bit longer before they get a little bit angsty for the next phase. But as of yet,
Min gonna be chased down. Stormy finds him in the brush. They want to escort this Lord. They want to take at least this tier 2 tower, and they will succeed in doing so. Subway, he's gonna run into Man in the bush, and Man looks like he's gonna choose not to go for that. I don't think he believes he has enough damage for the one shot, but Orange Esports continuing with their momentum. They want to take another one. Man gonna find 2. He gets the shutdown onto Valence. Time Journey not gonna keep him alive from that one, and now Lola are chasing them down. He's calling for the rest of his team. Come at them. They are running away, but Orange Esports will find the safety of their structures. Lola actually still looking for it. He wants to zone him out. Team HAQ going for that tier 1. Min finds the Fatal Link on the Subway, pulls him back. Panda gets the kill. They're going for the tier 2 now. They find Stormy. He doesn't have his black shoes, and Panda picks up the double.
Nicely done by Team HAQ. They knew that the big enabler, the big counterplay coming in from AIM isn't there. And once they found the pick onto Valence, they could basically do whatever they want. And I think Team HAQ, at this stage, right, that's what they have to keep on doing. Orange Esports was a little slow to respond to the one-shot. AIM absolutely could have saved Valence, but was contemplating in his head, does he want to commit to this ult? Because if they do, they don't get an inhibitor, but if he does, he saves Valence, and unfortunately, the greedy play costed Valence's life.
Well, such a difficult decision to be making, but props was bound to find that opportunity. But as of yet, the Lord push advantage coming in from Orange Esports seems to give them a little bit more value despite a little bit more losses. But in terms of tower control, they have lost a little bit as well because Team HAQ, they are retaliating as of yet. Panda getting protected from the side Team HAQ. Orange Esports, they need to have Subway potentially zoning him out and taking out the equation. And I feel like it's a little bit hard to do considering that they don't have any sort of follow-ups.
Yeah, based on the state of the game right now, these skirmishes are gonna come down very much to which team is able to truly execute based on their limitations. Because these two teams are very well balanced and they are aware of each other's habits very heavily. So it really does just come down to who makes the bigger mistake.
Well, I think the next recent problem that Orange Esports is going to have to face is the fact that Lola is scaling pretty fast here. I mean, he's got the side lane push. Team HAQ just needs to slow down this Lord, and they might be able to get a tier 2 on the side.
Pay attention to the minimap right now. Man is so far back into his enemy bushes. He might be able to scout things out, but it seems like Orange Esports, they know this.
Yep, Stormy already found him out. Man gonna be forced to use that rough waves, and he will just barely survive. Time Journey actually successfully forced out there. So that is ideal for Team HAQ, as now Lola Looks for the falling star moon, but he knows he cannot dive under the tower. Panda, though, a lot of damage, forcing the flicker out from aim to just barely survive. As now Gary gets free reign over the Lord. It's taking him a while to take it down, though, as they find Neo. He walked a bit too far. Fatal Links pulls him back. Gary secures the Lord. Neo instantly gonna fall to killing spree by Panda. And now the fight has completely begun. Team HAQ gonna chase him down, but Gary will die. The double kill, though, has been picked up by the Iridale as they find one more. Abe, Valence, the only survivors, as Lola is now chasing them down, not caring about the damage. Team HAQ will steamroll through the ranks and wipe out Orange Esports.
Beautifully played by Team HAQ, layering the ultimates, making sure that they could get something out of it. The fact that Mon didn't die there and actually got and conditioned Orange Esports to use their ultimates early enabled Team HAQ to actually jump in and actually get more value for fewer ults.
And now they are breaking straight through Neo. He's trying to defend. He gets caught in the Fatal Links. He will die. Stormy comes back. He has the minefields, but Team HAQ are right on top of the crystal with the Lord, and they will secure victory in Game 1 of this series.
What a turn of an event. Team HAQ has lost the upper bracket match, and now they're back again. They take the game off Orange Esports. Who would have thought that this would have happened? Beautiful executions coming from Team HAQ. Well done to Orange Esports as well. But at the same time, I'm looking forward to see how Team HAQ executed that